I've already clicked it.
Oh, okay.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Not Weekly Heat. I am not a doctor, similar to James Dalton Bell, the Doctor. Yeah, I'm going to now ping people so they actually know that it's live. At VBL coach.
I might be a doctor. I'm not sure. I can't remember any of my time in university. So, you know.
I probably should have sent that in the channel that had the actual thing. Okay.
Just send it in post.
Sorry.
Screw 'em.
Okay. Hello everyone. So the first match that we're watching today in this episode of the Weekly Heat is something probably. They should be showing like chat.
It's Daddy versus.
Why is it not showing chat?
Jordan.
It is. I thought I set it up in a way where
because chat is disabled for this live stream apparently.
What? How do I?
Well, it's I'm looking at your stream and that's what it's saying. So you know, I think everyone watching here, everyone watching here, it's because Manchini the Amazing hates you, hates everything about you. Doesn't
comments
want
are disabled
to
for the
do
stream.
with you.
I haven't done anything to disable comments, but comments are disabled.
See if you
live
can
chat is disabled. Lone War.
Fix it.
YouTube may have turned off live chat.
Oh, is that because of all of your nasty?
Did I click a button wrong?
You've had?
Sorry, I clicked a thing wrong. This might... Okay. Can I now make chat undisabled? Okay, chat should now be enabled.
Okay, I'll check. Oh, I can see a chat.
Yes,
yeah.
I was... Heaven pinged. I am infecting... I was infecting kids mode, which was not intentional. Yep, okay. There's chat. Alright, everyone.
Well, this, you hear that, children? This stream is not for you. If you are a child, we do not like you. I think
that is not a true statement. That's just you. It's just you who doesn't like children. And that's why we had to enable chat. So yes, in this matchup, the first one we're in. Now, I will note that this one was already live commentated by Sukaba, I believe. I've not seen it.
Well,
I believe that Jordan
better
is
than
behind.
them, so...
Okay, I'm
we are
still
better
talking. This is why live streams are fun, and I've not done one before. Yes, so... I thought it would make sense as this one to start off, as more people are coming online. It would give the opportunity for people to trickle in. But this is still a pretty fun matchup. I think that, yeah, Daddy was our lowest ranking coach at 3 and 4, but no one else picked him until only one coach was brave enough to pick to play against Ohm Gets Daddy. And that was, in fact, the Jordan. VGC plays.
Well, they didn't want the heat. Didn't want the heat. I think that's what we're getting here.
Yep.
Didn't want the daddy heat.
From the non-fire types that they have. That's not
yeah. Yeah, see?
I think it's just us, Luna, Makina, Palkia are all pretty insane. Like Daddy had some crazy games throughout the season, and Makina just sort of showed that it was just not to really be messed with throughout that, and Palkia is pretty good as well. Yeah. I think both of our coaches have taken some advantage of using the origin form of Palkia, which we made legal this season. Certainly, I would say Daddy more so. So I wouldn't be surprised coming into this match if Daddy also used the Palkia origin form.
Yeah.
Which because... But I did think that previously, and I was talking with Jordan about this, about the matchup, and I mentioned the origin form. But I do also know right now, for sure, because on one of my screens is the preview, and that's the only thing that Keith can see, is the preview of game one.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at this matchup right here, right? I'm looking at this matchup.
Oh, he can't see the matchup.
Oh, well, no, I've opened up your live stream because I'm a real fan. I've been, I was the first person in your chat. So,
it's true. First person to have gone to live chat on a Mancini the Amazing channel. I didn't even introduce the channel. That's how well this is going. Yes,
I can see it. I'm looking at this matchup, right? And I guess the first thing that sort of stands out to me is
I mean, obviously it's the Cottony, right?
Yeah.
Not Cottony. What's it called? What's it called?
It's the
Spritzy.
that they don't have.
Spritzy.
You're
I mean,
right.
you don't know. You don't have the matchup in front of you. You don't actually know. You do. I did tell you to open the dock. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, both of these teams have pretty strong Trick Room options. They've also got strong, both 130 speed Tailwind setters in Aerodactyl and Crobat. Arceus is also a Tailwind setter, and Speed ties the Palkia origin form. I think that it's a very volatile matchup, right? I think that's sort of what it comes to.
I think it is. I think a lot of it's going to depend on just the leads in general and who can get momentum. Because I think these teams, I reckon whoever's team gets in a good position early on, it's going to be it's going to require some really good play to really wrangle it back. I
feel like both of these teams are pretty deep though, right? You've got something like Arceus, and I can definitely sort of clutch games.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. So going into this, I was like, I'm not drafting Arceus. It hurts my head. I couldn't imagine trying to figure out the types and the sets with all its versatility. So going into this, what do you think Arceus will be?
Well, I did come in having prepped with Jordan, so I already know what the Arceus is.
I'm just
gonna say good. Good is probably the answer I'd go with.
Gotcha. Oh, I was thinking of bringing a bad Arceus set. So
I know.
I'm glad I wasn't.
I was just making that very clear because I know that your first thought was, all right, what is the worst Arceus set I could want?
Yeah. I was just gonna be like Terra Normal, Extreme Speed, Choice Band, nothing else.
Yeah, I mean that's really good.
That's really good here. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a physical. Like you definitely would expect maybe a more offensive Arceus. This is a matchup where there are relatively few situations. There definitely are some, but there are relatively few situations in which it could grab like a Sword Stance or even like a Sneaky Calm Mind, compared to something with like just damage. Right. This is one where damage is king.
Yeah. I could see myself being really tempted for Sword Stance if I could reasonably put myself in that position.
But what's that position?
Would probably rely on. Yeah, exactly. It's a bit difficult.
You're relying on them being bringing Billarizi.
Look, there's Intimidate from all the blob, the thing that Overquill. Intimidating
their 3 premium special attackers, and then Annihilate with Defiant.
And then the other one is also if, for example, if their lead is like Clefairy or like Rillaboom plus I don't know, like one of their special attackers bring Eerie Impulse on Thund as well. Like you could
you want Eerie Impulse on Thund so that you can give +1 special attack to mine him. Plus all.
That works. That works.
Lightning Rod redirects single target moves that are electric type, yes.
Oh shit. Don't listen to me then. I'm bad.
The main goal was actually to juice them. Actually, is this Plusle's Volt Absorb? Lightning Rod? No, it's Lightning Rod, yeah. You draft the one that has Lightning Rod in the format. But yes, ultimately, I think this is a really weird matchup where a lot of Pokemon sort of want to come, but also like kind of suck. I'm looking at on Jordan's team, Overquill sort of wants to come, but also kind of sucks. Salazzle kind of wants to come, but also kind of sucks. And Zarude is sort of in that area as well. But yes, I think that we've sort of dilly-dallied long enough.
Yeah.
Spritzy is very famously one of the most successful Pokemon in VBL history. I think it has like the second most championships of an individual Pokemon.
That's very funny.
It might be third most. My information on that is possibly like 4 seasons out of date. I just can't think of what other Pokemon have overcome in the intervening period. But yes, so let's check out
the matchup. Oh, Spiritzy's here. Oh my god. Okay.
Spritzy sort of had to come, right?
I mean, it's got to win the championships, right?
Yeah. I mean, this is how you know that Jordan is making another winning run. Jordan won, I think, the season before last, but it might have been the season before that. I'm really bad at sort of. Is either season 14 or season 15. I just don't remember which of those seasons was which. I know I won last season, so that's how I know it wasn't that season. But if I didn't win it, I probably would have guessed that Jordan won last season. But Jordan has won recently, and he's making another playoffs run, finals run, because he drafted Spritzy. The question is, can Daddy stop it?
So you mentioned some of the Pokemon in that preview, like Overquill wants to come, but it's bad. It didn't show up.
Yep.
Like it is.
Salazzle. Wartortle.
Salazzle didn't show up. Wartortle didn't show up.
Armarouge as well from the other team is maybe one that sort of sits in that area.
Rillaboom as well.
And we did see the Origin Palkia.
Yeah, one's Origin, one's normal, so, you know. Let's see once and for all who's the better Palkia. This will determine it.
Alright. So, what sort of leads are you thinking from either end? I think both of them, like, I'm pretty tempted even with the double redirection by a Thund lead, especially if the Thund has Taunt. Because Taunt into Clefairy is really backbreaking. I think that you basically always want to lead Palkia unless you're going hard Trick Room in this matchup, because Palkia is just your fast Pokemon. You could lead it next to Crobat, you can lead it next to Clefairy, you could lead it next to Ursaluna, you could even lead it next to Plusle. But I think the Palkia is a mon that I feel pretty good leading. On the other end, I think Arceus is one that I feel pretty reasonable leading as well. And I don't really care what's next to Arceus. I think it should be Thund, but it really depends on the Arceus set.
Honestly, I think a lot of it depends on the sets and like what they're trying to accomplish. Like I could see them maybe trying to like lead an Aerodactyl, get off an early Tailwind for like the heavy hitters in the back.
I mean, this isn't a crazy Tailwind matchup. So Palkia is faster than stuff, and then Crobat's faster than stuff. Crobat, you're more likely to deal with Thundurus because you can taunt it, and you don't have to worry about a speed tie if you are priced to taunt, right? We do see on the other team, sorry, just you guys can't see the Terra types. We do see Terra Dark on Clefairy. So if you are priced to taunt, you're relying on priced to taunt to stop Clefairy. It won't necessarily work. Beyond that, there's Terra Electric on Crobat, which is like only for Thunderwave. It only deals with Thunderwave. But they may have some other item.
Well. Terra Normal on the Blood Moon as expected.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to go too much in depth. I'd say maybe the only other interesting one is that there are a couple Terra Poisons on Jordan's team.
That makes sense.
Arceus and Thundurus. I mean, yeah, it makes some sense, but, you know, it makes so much sense. But yeah, I don't think we need to go in depth.
Let's go. Let's fucking do this.
All right. Game 1. So we see the thing that we said, Arceus, Thundurus, and Crobat Palkia.
Yep.
Now, I think here, if I'm sort of sitting in either of the player spots, I'm thinking that I am maybe less worried about Tailwind than I otherwise was from Crobat, just because Palkia sort of by default has the speed advantage. Tailwind can, or like obviously it speed ties the Arceus, but it's able to sort of get hits off. And if you had like a Super Fang from Crobat or some other sort of support move, like if you had a way for Crobat to increase the damage that Palkia is doing, whether that is, you know, obviously it doesn't want Helping Hand. I have seen this set before. I've seen 2 of the sets before. This is one of them, and the last set is also one of them. So I do know what the move is, but Super Fang is probably the move that I would default to thinking here. But a Super Fang into Arceus would likely be really helpful here to be able to facilitate the extra damage from Palkia.
Honestly, I think
and what do you think's coming out from
if you have the Crobat lead, it probably is Super Fang. Like the other move,
I mean, Brave Bird's also fun.
Quick Guard. Is Quick Guard, but I think you're fucking insane if you're gonna, you know, Raw Dog Quick Guard turn 1, set 1 of a battle. So you know, so I reckon like I could.
So what do you think Jordan will easily see?
Look, I could really easily see the Eerie Impulse on Big Shuck right there, just to sort of limit it. So to give Arceus a bit of breathing room, and allow it to set up, or even just like
do damage.
You know. Yeah, do damage, do Thunder Waves, so that, like, you know, maybe they have, like, a more bulky, strong Arceus, Big Shucks, Paralyze, or Scary Face, and then bam, that sort of stuff. I reckon it's going to be a support move from Thund, and then just either set up or bash from Arceus. Which
what's your favorite Shaq Diesel song?
I don't know who that is, so... It's
Shaquille O'Neal.
Who?
You know who Shaquille... Okay,
is he an AFL player?
Okay, well, let's not waste our time. So, turn 1, we see the switch on the Thunderwave, which is very funny.
Yep.
And then we see the Mental Herb.
The taunt.
So we do see the Pranks coming out. We do actually see Tailwind, which I think is more supporting the Fossil. So we do see a Calm Mind here. I think that this is maybe one of the situations. I feel like a Super Fang plus an attack from Palkia, especially if you win the speed die, is something that I would have valued a lot there.
Yeah.
But we do see the Encore coming out, and that just
the Encore. And
that's Jordan's famous
lightning rod.
Yeah.
We also noticed
Taunt
that is
very tragically comes out
as
into
well.
Bustle, so that it can't Encore the thing. The Arceus isn't slow; it's there in Tailwind.
Oh, I'm dumb.
Yeah, we've noticed.
The
+1 Electro Web is actually doing pretty reasonable, consistent damage into the Thund, right? The 20%, 20%, 20%.
It's a neutral, like I think it's got like 90 or something special attack, so I'm not actually surprised it's doing that much. Like, plus
is this not game 1?
85.
This is game 3. Sorry.
Oh. God, we're smart. Okay, so we.
Okay. Hi guys.
Okay.
So this is game 1.
I'm
actually just going to quickly pull the matchup up and check that all my other games are actually in the right order. Because if I manage to mess up only this one set, I'll be very mad at myself.
Okay.
Because it's the first set. This is the only set that I... Okay.
Imagine the sort of time rewindy noise from JoJo's happening right now, you know?
Heaven thinks that we may as well finish game 3, but I think that's spoilers.
Well, just power through game 1 and 2.
Alright, game 1. Okay, so we see Thundurus lead next to Metagross, but we do see Crobat Palkia. We predicted Crobat Palkia. I think the Metagross lead is pretty reasonable. But we'll see how they punish here.
I'd assume they're not going to do Protect because you've already seen the Crobat shake off the Taunt, that sort of thing. So that's, like, they probably don't know it's Mental Herb for a bit, so I don't expect
game 1 is very different. Heaven is right. I was expecting the turns to play out slightly differently, because I know that there is a pretty impactful turn that's coming up of Rain Dance here. So, and then Helping Hand.
Oh, Rain Dance. Rain Dance, Helping Hand, Protect, Surf.
Surf, of course, doing its best with the Helping Hand, Terra Water. It's also boosted by the Lustrous Globe.
That is so cool. Oh my god.
Yeah. And then Spatial Rent, just for the bants of it.
I like a Pokemon that knocks out literally every single other Pokemon in the matchup, including its allies. You know,
my favorite thing is that Metagross, I think, may have lost that game by by knocking out the Crobat and giving the in to get the Helping Hand support as well as the I think the Helping Hand support I think is something that I was fairly concerned about from the Plusle that wound up coming out. So yes, this is the game. I did think that happened quicker into the game than we were seeing in game 2. So yes, there's very Heat of the Week, very very Omg it's Daddy's sort of turn. I think it would have been difficult for even with no Terra clicked for Jordan to come back this game because they had Terra'd the Palkia, so it's difficult. It's challenging for it to be able to put damage through, especially because the Palkia is Terra Fire on Jordan's end. So that would, I think, prove to be a real challenge. Yes.
That was a stomping.
I mean, it was a very funny game. So, game 2. How do you adapt if you're Jordan? I think the answer is
bring Arceus.
Arceus, yeah, it's Arceus. Arceus didn't even come that game, which I think wound up feeling like a mistake. So, Taunt into Clefairy, which can really limit what the Clefairy can do. I think that we are seeing more passive leads than I probably would have done if I was playing Daddy's team, but that might... and the Calm Mind is punishing pretty effectively. I mean, with that...
And then the Area Impulse,
that Area Impulse is honestly... It's still doing a considerable amount of damage to the Thund, but it's not doing enough. I have no idea what a Muncie Bones is. Oh my gosh. See, like, that's still at 38 to a +2
that is crazy.
Arceus, right? Like, this is not normally.
It is
Tears as well. That's really funny, because it's sad that the Fake Tears... Oh, and we see the Eye Puffer Berry.
Yeah.
So...
That just getting that Calm Mind put so much, because I think that's something that we didn't really sort of take mention in the matchup. Daddy has bought like only special attackers and like support Pokemon, so that Calm Mind can be really impactful.
Do you know what I think it's? So its highest attack stat is, I'm pretty sure, Palkia, and then do you know what? I think Cosmic Power is really funny because it's sort of punishing that same tendency that we said. That is obviously a pretty luck-driven turn there, but it's unlikely to be game-deciding because we do still have that Thund in the back, which is not at full, but sort of feels like it's at full. Hydro is a really unfortunate move to run. maybe that says that it should have been Surf earlier. But yes, with the Eerie Impulse drops,
yeah,
the Hydra is just not doing enough.
Yeah, I think Terrifier may have been a... In hindsight, it definitely made that end game a lot more...
There were more positions they sort of had to play around, right? But Hydro...
Yeah.
Hydro and Spatial Rend, right? You know, having to dodge a Hydro is more consistent than having to dodge a Spatial Rend. So I think that the Terrifier...
That's true.
Certainly paid off. What I would sort of infer from the Terrifier at Team Preview, if I was Daddy, is that it's got Flamethrower, right? Or Fire Blast. It's got a move. It's got a Fire-type move.
Yeah,
I didn't really... we didn't really go through that. Okay, so now onto this game that we were actually in.
I wonder what I reckon they're going to taunt turn one, personally.
Yeah, so we hadn't seen on the Crobat, because it only came in game 1 and then got killed by its own stuff. We hadn't seen that it had the thing. Oh, Super Fang miss as well.
Super Fang, yeah.
Daddy's being punished for running...
At all of this Spadef, that is actually going to be really, really, really difficult for... They're
very specially oriented
into Encore, so... It's
right, but they no longer have the Tailwind advantage.
That's...
they could have... You're right, they could have Encored that turn because they had the advantage from... they are taunted! You're so true, Bestie. No.
I actually do not kind of see how they break through. Like, they got Super Fang, but have we...
so the problem with the Super Fang is, even if that had full parried and survived, right?
Yeah.
We know they have the Eye Pop Berry, so getting it to 21 guarantees it gets the Eye Pop off. Which means it will be at, what, 54? So you'd rather have it at 42, but also still at +4.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult.
Spatial Rend does have a high crit rate.
Yeah, I'm looking at that as a win condition, which it's not great if that's your win condition, but like there are worse
win conditions than a high crit rate crit.
Yeah.
For example, a not high crit rate crit, and we're seeing sort of what options. So we do have the fake tiers as well. That's true. So are we going for the Surf here?
Arceus there is very interesting.
I think I was always going for, like, even with the rain boost, I understand the value of the rain boost, but I think I was going for the Spatial Rend because I valued the
crit,
the fact that it covered Pokemon switching in, right?
Yeah. Oh well,
it's also more accurate.
That sort of thing.
What? Sorry?
Yeah. Oh, like
I don't know.
Think it really matters.
Hydro may have picked up at that point. I think that I think that their out was like getting the Palkia coming in. Like if the Arceus switched out and then they got the KO on the Palkia, then you have an Arceus at 42 with no boosts, and then the Metagross here, which is paralyzed. I think it's a little bit healthier than this at this point. Yeah, it's at 90. It's at 100, I think, but or minus the Nuzzle. But still, I think the out there was to go for the Spatial Rend, which can crit through the Arceus and would also cover a Palkia coming in. I think that was really their out, unless the Hydra was for Aerodactyl coming in. So let's take a quick look at the pastes. Here's the... I just realized that I can't really show the pastes without getting different eye overload. Heaven thinks it would have killed with Hydro. I think that is probably true, because it did have the rain boost. And the Terra Water boost. Yeah. Sorry, I guess
with rain and Terra Water.
My screen doesn't really show off the pastes very well, unfortunately. Maybe if I zoom in a point where I will turn off columns mode and then I can scroll some step by step. So Wisp Blast on the Arceus is interesting. Another Taunt as well. And then Skydrop, which if you do win the speed tie against Crobat, Skydrop is really good. And Skydrop, I think, also turns off Megina Trick Room, which is nice. I think it's only really Palkia.
Taunt heavy, yeah.
Yeah.
So
and we see the Flamethrower.
Here.
So we see no water move on the Palkia. We never saw Flamethrower in the game, but I think it's true that the water move would otherwise be what you would click into the Pokemon whose name I'm forgetting. Megina, if you didn't have a fire. But we have a fire move.
Yeah. Weakness policy Metagross is something we didn't actually get to see it pop off.
That's true.
Like, we saw it do its damage, but that's not something we saw pop off. We saw the Cova Cloak on Thundurus, but Taunt wasn't. Fake Out wasn't bought.
We can't see the Spritzy. I can't make it fit on the screen. I'm sorry to say.
So Spritzy is. Yeah,
it was just light screen. But Trick Room Helping Hand is the main thing. Yeah. Helping Hand is a broken move. Now, if we check dear friend LNG, it's Daddy's
I
Piece.
do want it to be known, though, that this is a Spritzy that had a quiet nature and 132 special attack. I wonder what
that's
that
probably presumably for the
investment was
Palkia,
for.
right? Maybe a Tuico?
Quite possibly.
It does have good attack, Spritzy. But yes, so Lustrous Globe, I mean, we saw all of this. It was just max speed to tie the Palkia didn't have any particular defense investment. This is just max Fizz Def investment. We saw it take that Iron Head from the Metagross. I think that really sort of that defensive investment really paid off, right?
Yeah, I prefer these spreads. I'm going to be honest with you. These are definitely more artistic spreads.
Shh, I disagree.
I do. The 252s. That's the only way you win.
Yeah, so we see it's just modest, no speed investment, 0 speed. So it's just a Trick Room Ursaluna.
Yeah.
Which sort of meant that it didn't really play that well in that game where we saw the Ursaluna after the Crobat lead. No, I think that might have been. Did it not come in the Crobat games?
I think Ursaluna
no, it didn't come in the
came
Crobat
to the
games.
second game.
I think having an investment which had labeled it to function in Tailwind would have made it a bit better. Maybe sort of could have helped shape around like a game 3. But yeah. And then we have a beginner who has an actual EV spread.
Game 3.
But it's Agility, Trick Room, and then Mono Dazzling Gleam. I think that's just very passive with Mono Dazzling Gleam. That's been my concern. We saw all of these moves.
Yeah, I don't.
Colossal. Helping Hand was good. Nuzzle was fine, but not that broken. And then Encore was strong, but was ultimately punished by that bringing of Taunt, right? I think coming into the set...
I think the Encore was good, but I think they needed like a bit more, like a less passive set on like Magina possibly. Just like the problem was they encored, but it was two non-passive Pokemon. There was two passive Pokemon, sorry, next to each other. So they couldn't really take advantage meaningfully of the encore that they were locked into, allowing the taunt and all that stuff to just happen, and they just kind of sat there as Arceus sort of built up its boosts. I think the encore on that Carmine specifically did really punish this kind of build where it was just like, here's a bunch of bulky passive Pokemon and then like Palkia.
So ultimately, we do see Jordan moving on to the next game, and very happy for him. Wrapping with him, I know this is a game that meant a lot to him. I think this is a season where we're continuing to see him pull off interesting pieces of prep and execute them really well. I think that we will hopefully continue to see. So now let's move to our second game.
Good games. I enjoyed the games. I thought that Palkia sweep game 1 was good stuff.
Yeah. So onto our second game, we have Sly, who was one of our top seeds. They're one of our 7-0 coaches, undefeated so far this season, and they picked Vanilla Ice. So they're playing against a Koga team, but they have Airlock Rayquaza, which I think is legally considered to be a form of bullying. And then they also have the Xerneas, and we've seen both of these Pokemon just be absolutely brutal for opponents to deal with throughout the season. And then beyond that, Mega Kangaskhan, Jirachi, Mudstail, we've seen many of the Pokemon on this team show why Sly drafted them throughout the season. I don't remember that much about Vanilla Ice this season.
I think from my recollection,
I know Mikina's been
wrong, but they're the best performing Kyogre team from my memory.
I have no idea.
That might be
me. I thought that was Weasley, but I don't know.
It's possible.
I can check. Weasley is 4-3-1. They're 4-3-3.
Yeah, there you go.
And Pancake, the other one, is 4-3-2. So, all pretty in the same sort of spot. Yeah. I think this is a matchup which, like being able to entrainment Water Bubble onto Kyogre is really funny. It's not good. It's very funny. It's not very good.
Yeah, requires a lot of setup. We'll say charitably.
It's just very, very passive, very punishable. It does very large numbers of damage, but that's not normally something that Koga struggles with. I mean, in this game, you have this guy taking hits, and then like Terra and Gloom. Like this is Greninja's barely a water resist here. Xerneas is only a resist sort of after it gets the setup off. So, but the speed advantage I think is a real problem. It's really only Basculegion having a speed advantage on the other team.
Yeah.
I think that can be a real challenge for Magina. Now, Magina is a really solid check to Xerneas in a pre-Terra metagame.
Yeah.
I'm concerned that in a post-Terra metagame, it isn't. That said, there's not a lot.
But
like, you don't want to go to any of the Terras that deal with Magina's stabs, right? Because of Kyogre Landorus. So that means you're probably going for like a more neutral Terra, which I think is maybe less bad for the Magina, but still.
It does also mean that Xerneas is more inclined to Terra, which can impact the ability, like, is more inclined to Terra, which does impact the ability for Sly to actually fight off these water threats. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but you can just Terra like grass or water on the Xerneas, right?
I get it's like you probably could. I think it's still a bit of a worry.
Yeah, for sure. I do think that you sort of have to lean towards that Terra Grass or that Terra Water.
Yeah.
I feel like this team is not going to struggle into the Kyogre with the Rayquaza and having the sort of the fast offense. So I think it's pretty easy for them to blunt a Water Spout. Then the question is how, and then Rayquaza means the Basculegion just isn't working, right? Or you've got to run Scarf Final Gambit Basculegion, which I don't think is particularly good. I could see Basculegion not coming. I think there's a lot of Pokemon that you sort of want to bring, and do you try and fit Trick Room into this, which is Glastrier into it, because Glastrier's damage is pretty decent. It's going to move to hit Jirachi, and then realistically, if with that ground move, it's hitting Skeledirge and functionally hitting Greninja because of Greninja's frailty. So then you're hitting everything.
But it's even got CC just in case, if you want that. You have a couple of setters because you could also bring Gallade as a.
You got Magina, Gallade,
Magina,
and then you could potentially use Intimidate to sort of blunt that offense. You've got Follow Me from Raichu to help support setup or Fake Out as well.
Yeah.
But I just feel like there's not a mode that I would feel confident using as vanilla in this matchup.
I do definitely think it leans more towards I think that just them matchups a bit better. There's just so many strong Pokemon that Sly has that just can really wrangle this game out of there's so much Vanilla's gonna have to prep for, as what you said, but you haven't even mentioned that they have Follow Me, don't they, with Jirachi?
They do. No, I did mention that.
Yeah, but they've got everything. They could even be annoying. I could even see Gloom being really weirdly annoying for certain builds. I
don't know.
I don't think there's.
If it's clicking something that's annoying, it's probably Sleep Powder and I guess.
I don't think it'd come, but I don't think there's a single Pokemon on.
I think Crossel's really bad.
Vanilla can ignore.
I know it's got Wide Guard, I'm pretty sure, but I think that I don't think Crossel's very good.
Yeah. Still, it's
that's a pretty specific one. It's their 10th guy, their second G plus mod. I think that there's a lot of birth. I probably don't bring Skeledirge either, to be honest. But I think there's another sort of 8.5 Pokemon, if we're counting Gloom as the other mon, that can come. I could see Scrafty coming, but I could see Scrafty staying at home in favor of a Greninja,
Yeah.
And we haven't really talked about just the fact that Mega Kangaskhan is obnoxiously broken. I think this is a matchup that benefits a lot because they have 2 Pokemon faster than it and one's Raichu.
Yeah.
The matchup.
Let's go for it.
Okay, so we do see.
We're on game 1.
We do see the Gallade. Yes, I checked. I said earlier I checked all the other games. That was the only one that I had in the wrong one.
Got to make sure. We do see the Glastrier. That's the first thing that pops up, the Trick Room mode, potentially.
We see Gallade and Glastrier, and I think both of them I sort of lean towards the Trick Room mode. Sly has a team where there's only one Pokemon that's slower than Gallade. So that means that Gallade is just faster than everything in Trick Room.
No Basculegion, as you pointed out as well.
It's just bad, or it's the Final Gambit bot. Neither of those are particularly appealing here, because the Final Gambit is into Jirachi, who's Follow Me and doesn't die to Final Gambit.
That's true.
Yeah, I just don't feel a compelling lead from Vanilla Ice. I feel like you got to lead Trick Room, which is Raichu, and then you're leading Raichu on your Trick Room team. I guess you would put it next to Magina.
Yeah.
But are you gonna win in Trick Room? Probably not. Like, even if you set Trick Room up.
It seems a bit difficult, but you could, potentially, like, even just have, like... I think that there's ways out. I just don't see it right now, but I didn't build these teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can also see just a lot of good leads from
Glastrier is only 30 base speed, which, while does enable ton to speed Mudsdale, compared to something like a Calyrex Ice or something, there's a lot less ability for you to run, like, mix-up Scarf sets. And then this team doesn't have, like, a fast Trick Room here that they've brought. Their closest was Staraptor, which isn't here. So, like, even they can't even, like, they can, like, click Electroweb with Raichu as support for that, but also doesn't have Glacial Lance. I just feel like any Jirachi lead is difficult. And also, any lead next to Mega Kang next to either of the restricteds is difficult. But also, they can lead Greninja and click Matlock. And that's also difficult.
Oh, yeah.
into the offensive.
There's a lot of issues here. Yeah.
The Matlock is obviously less good, but you can taunt the Raichu if they do go for Follow Me around a Trick Room build, and then they have a taunted Raichu stuck in Trick Room. So, let's see what lead we see. Sorry?
I was going to say any interesting Terras you want to mention. That is a shiny Xerneas.
The Terras, I mean, we see Terra Water on Xerneas. I guess the other interesting one is Mudsdale is Terra Flying.
That is interesting.
Ground move from Azancia Storm.
Yeah,
that's the only thing it also resists fighting moves from... It resists Sacred Sword, which ignores defense stages, so maybe that is just indication that it has Body Press. But like it doesn't match up into the restricted in any particular manner. And then on Sly's side, they've got a bunch of Terra Steels.
It could have been for because they've got the Hydrapple, so it could have been like as if they're a bit worried about Hydrapple, they could Terra Flying.
Heaven asked who has Mirror Herb here. I forgot that you could waste your time clicking Geomancy.
Yeah,
I mean presumably Xerneas, right? Not Xerneas, presumably
Magearna, yeah.
I think if you, like... I don't think this is a matchup where you need to Geomancy, but it's also a matchup where Geomancy's fine, because it's a matchup where you're using Xerneas,
Yeah.
So do we see Geomancy this game? I wouldn't be shocked by Geomancy turn 1 here.
I like turn 1, yeah.
Yeah, Geomancy. Oh, and no, do we... okay, the Kyogre
the Mirror Herb is on the Kyogre.
It's Imprison.
And there's Imprison.
For Trick Room.
Dazzling.
They clicked Imprison around Trick Room. I just don't think Dazzling Gleam is a good move. You have Fairy Aura boosts, why aren't you using it to be... So if you're Mirror Herb or Magearna, and you click Fleur Cannon here, your Fleur Cannon is boosted by the power of the... So because you have Mirror Herb, you invalidate the Spadef boost that the Xerneas gets here, and your Fleur Cannon is +2, right? But it's also boosted by Fairy Aura. So you're at least, like, even if they follow me with Jirachi, doing a bunch of Jirachi. I think Dazzling is bad.
I can't say that I'm that familiar with Magearna spreads, because I never use it. But I have to say, based on that damage into Jirachi, it is more of a support build. Like, it is more of a passive build in general. Like,
yeah, but that's
because
bad.
14%... but I'm just saying, like, I think that's obviously the intention is a bit different.
I'm at this point where I'm not confident that Vanilla Ice has any outs, and it's turn 1 of the game where they click Protect.
I'll wait and see.
Why didn't they just attack with Kyogre? Even if you got thundered, here, you wouldn't die because you've got the you wouldn't die, and you could have done a bunch of damage to both of them.
You could Jirachi's faster than
so
thingy, so it thunders you before the boost, does it? Does it not?
No. It doesn't matter. No, I'm saying even if Xerneas thunders, which is stronger than Jirachi Thunder.
Yeah.
Like, what are you protecting? Just Thunder from Jirachi? Who cares?
I know.
But now the Jirachi's imprisoned your Thunder.
Yeah. I don't hate the protect there necessarily.
I don't think it was ever a good play here. Okay. With Dazzling Gleam, I don't think it was ever a good play. You made no advantage for the protect. So even if both slots click Thunder into your Kyogre here, I think you still lost that turn.
That's fair. It was a bit passive on Magearna's side.
It didn't advance the game state. You have to do something that is game-changing to take advantage of the protect. Your opponent just gained a bunch of advantages in exchange. Like, they clicked Imprison, and neither of their Pokemon fainted, despite the fact that they didn't imprison any move that you clicked that turn. That's just losing the game. Especially if this is Imprison, Trick Room, Thunder, Protect.
We'll see. We'll see.
Like if this is imprisoned all of the moves on the other end, that's really bad. But like they tear it around a water move coming out. They do have the Spinef, but you invalidate that with the Mirror Herb. But you're not using the Mirror Herb. You got no value from the Mirror Herb. You got no value from the Protect. I think that's a really challenging first turn.
Yeah. We'll see. Well, I think I don't know. I don't think this is lost necessarily.
I don't think this is necessarily lost. I just think this is a really, really bad turn one, and that I know that Sly is a really strong player, and I know that the Pokemon Sly has in the back are likely to be better than the Pokemon Vanilla Ice has in the back, because the Pokemon the Vanilla Ice has out right now is both their restricteds.
That's true. Well, let's give it a go.
We see Follow Me.
There comes the Follow Me.
You know, we see that there's a reasonable amount of bulk. The Origin Pulse. Okay, so we see that the
What?
Yeah, that's to steal the boost from Xerneas. Or from Kyogre.
Oh.
It can steal from Kyogre, but Follow Me would redirect for both. So with no Attack Drop, Origin Pulse is a 2-co into Xerneas. Or maybe not exactly a 2-co, but enough with the no, that wouldn't have been a 2-co. Because they get the Dazzling Gleam chip already. No, they had the Dazzling Gleam chip already. I think that only did 20.
It did.
It did 22. 22%. So it would have done.
Yeah.
What's an extra third of that? It would have done 28.
I'm gonna.
28's not picking up.
28.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
I think that this turn 1 was abysmal. And then this turn 2.
Yeah.
Like, if you'd already done 38 and then you're threatening another shot because you live the next hit, that's a much better position. But it doesn't feel like you're in a very good position right now. Okay, so they go for the Protect. Follow Me. Just to try and get the Jirachi out, which I think makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So the Kang comes in and you're switching. That's really bad. Okay, so Fake Out comes out and we get a bunch of chip into the Magina for free. Yeah, 41%. Nice resisted move.
That is, yeah, Jesus.
Okay, so that miss is bad. That miss would not have one shot, but probably could have 2-shot. Okay, so we do see Trick Room up. We see they did have Flood Cannon. So, like, as we see, that unboosted Flood Cannon is doing 1 million damage.
Well, yeah, it basically means that miss, like, has kept this Kangaskhan alive for another turn, effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do we see a Protect here? We do. So that does mean that the Kangaskhan wound up losing you a good bit of Trick Room, and that sucks so much. But at least you connected.
Actually, hold on.
Yeah.
If their Ice move lasts on Kyogre, do they win?
I don't think so.
Does Ice win?
I don't know what the last move is on Kang. If it's Sucker, I don't know. Maybe.
I reckon.
Maybe this is a win.
I think. Yeah, Vanilla wins here. Vanilla wins here.
If they pulled that out, that's very impressive.
Yeah, Vanilla wins here.
I don't think I would have clicked this Dazzle on Xerneas. I think I would have just Moonblasted the slot that I thought was switching out.
I do like that they're like, we're Geomancy Xerneas, I don't care about resists, I'm just gonna have fairy moves. That's
yeah, you should always. Okay, so we see Extreme Speed come out, but we do see Icicle Crash come out. It is Sash. So if we see if we see Protect here, but the Lando's still faster, right? So we see Protect here. Okay, we don't see the attack into Kang. We do see the Glastrier still lives. I think that.
But yeah, no.
I think my Glastrier shot probably would have been going into the Kang if I thought it fainted. But this does look like a win to Vanilla Ice, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I just was overly pessimistic. Maybe Xerneas is actually bad.
Yeah, that's definitely it's a bad.
I really didn't like the turn where they followed me and protected the Xerneas.
Ignore all the other history of it. It's very bad. No, I just the getting Trick Room was just huge, honestly. And that
definitely helped. Yeah, they also really did really well in positioning the Glastrier in the Trick Room.
Yeah.
I just feel like they went this turn 3. I think this one we under-evaluated, but this turn where they click Protect on Xerneas, so they basically lose a turn of all of these boosts, and allow the opponent to set up Trick Room, and also KO or like potentially set up Trick Room. Right? Actually, no, it can't set it. Well, no, it can't click Trick Room because Jirachi's in prison.
Yeah, because I'm in prison.
But yeah, so like they let the Jirachi go down here. And they do the best to guarantee it goes down.
It was clicking Protect and Follow Me.
Protect and Follow Me. I don't know what the other moves are on Jirachi, but if this Jirachi was gaining... I mean, the Jirachi was never gaining position anyways.
Like, even if it was just like Icy Wind or something, right? Like...
Well, it always died first because the Kyogre's +2 speed.
That's true.
But like, if it clicked Follow Me and you attacked with Xerneas...
Yeah.
Like, if you click Dazzling Gleam or Moonblast, right? Dazzling Gleam would mean that your next Moonblast would pick up Kyogre and would also do shocking amount of damage to Lando.
Maybe they were worried about like Origin Pulse and then like Thunderbolt or Thunder or something into the Xerneas.
Then why aren't you moonblasting the Megino? That's what I would have done.
Because it wouldn't die.
Yeah, but it would have died to the next hit, right? The most important thing is that you get it out for the next hit.
I don't know. I think
like this turn we see that they neither of their Pokemon go down, and that's because they enable them to, not gain advantage. This turn the Protect I think is also punished really hard. Right?
By switching the Glastria. Yeah.
I think that they just played the Xerneas too passively. I was like, okay, well they've gained all this position, but then they didn't capitalize on that position. Like even this turn probably didn't go for the double Protect here.
I think you had to hope for the Origin Pulse miss or the high horsepower miss, honestly.
Or you could have brought Ray in.
Yeah.
Or you could bring Ray in either slot, right? You could bring Ray in the Kang slot to reset your Fake Out. And then recognize that Xerneas is probably going down. I think it's fine to take chip on Ray. If you're doing it to maintain Fake Out. But
it's possible.
Yeah, so I think that Sly really did not capitalize. Sorry, Cheesley's entered. They've apologized for not having played their game. And you will be shot.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But
who
thank
I
you
hate
for
more
coming
than
and commenting.
You know who I hate more than children, kids? Are people that haven't played their games on time.
Something like that. Okay, so this does turn into Sorry. Apparently I skipped too far. Extreme speed. This is locked into Earth Power.
Oh my god. Oh. We spent all that time going like, oh, they've won. Oh.
So even
funny.
Despite that, this presumably Scarf Thundurus
gotta be
loses the game.
Yeah, wow, damn.
Either that or it didn't have a move that hits that hits Rayquaza at all.
Hey, past Sly, I also thought you lost. So, it's not just because Sly in the chat said, "Wow, I thought I lost."
Yeah, sorry, in the in-game chat, not in the YouTube chat.
And so, wow.
It did. I do feel like that game was very was easier if they punished. If they took advantage of the Xerneas better, right? They made 2 Protect plays and then the double Protect play that the opponent sort of made ground on. But they do win.
Bad at this.
No, I mean I don't think that we. I mean, the Scarf Lando should never have locked into Earth Power. I don't care if that's your only move to hit. I don't care if that's your only move to hit Kang. What I said here, and apparently was very correct. Sorry, let me go back to the turn. What I said here is, Glastria should be attacking Kangaskhan.
Yeah.
Glastria should have attacked Kangaskhan. That's what I said.
Yeah.
So what if Lando was not Scarf? It has 0 moves to hit Rayquaza. Surely the only way that you make this decision, sacking a bunch of health on Glastria for 0 reason, is if you have no move to hit Ray.
Which is an interesting choice in a Ray matchup.
That's insane. I mean, maybe it's Scarf, but if it's Scarf, then that was a game that was thrown there. And could have been lost to like an Icicle Crash miss. But still. Gosh, that was I mean, Ray snatched.
I guess it did come down to that Origin. It probably did come down to that Origin Pulse miss.
So how do you attack game 2?
Honestly,
clearly this is a Gallade matchup.
I think you just have a sort of more offensive lead. Perhaps you do have Gallade and Kyogre there, that sort of thing.
No, what you do is you just click attacks with the Kyogre.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's the same thing,
Kyogre,
except you click Origin Pulse and Dazzling Gleam, Heaven says there's definitely a Sludge Bomb on that Lando, which means it locked into Scarf Earth Power, which is just a wrong move, if they think so. Now, we haven't actually looked at the pastes yet. I have opened them, but I didn't look at them. But yeah, so now game 2. Do you adapt at all a Sly, or do you think that the Zern Jirachi lead is still good? I think the Zern Jirachi lead is still good.
Yeah, I think it's. But
you also could adapt. Like you could read Kang, right? You can lead Kang because you've seen that their Megino is just bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do lead Kang. We lead Ray Kang. So we do at least suspect that the Lando is Scarf. And honestly, I think you could double the Lando here. No, V-Create.
Yeah, there's the...
V-Create's fun. I probably would not have gone for it
V-Create to call a Terra? Or...
No, V-Create was in the Megino. There's a Megina in.
Oh, it switched. Yep, you're right.
Sorry. We could probably take a moment going through these. Hydro over Scald. That's the sort of player that you are. Xerneas is on the opposing team.
Does Greninja get Hydro? It could be one of those Pokemon that doesn't get...
Greninja's been clicking Hydro. It gets Scald.
Does Greninja get Scald?
I actually recently ran a Greninja that was Scald, Surf, Water Shuriken.
Oh wait, this is Natdex. Well, I'm a fucking idiot.
This is Natdex. Please don't swear. Yeah, so Hydro picks up, giving Megina the boost, but then they roar out the Megina, preventing it from clicking Trick Room, which it was presumably clicking there. And then we see the double into the Megina this turn. Glastrier, for one thing, stole the Terra in like every game, I think. And I don't know that it has justified its stealing of the Terra.
Yeah. Yeah. That was... Honestly, I think that game 1 was best chance for Heaven there. Vanilla, sorry. Why did I say Heaven? Because he's in the chat, that's why I said it. Yeah, so that's something.
Yep, so very unfortunate
obviously,
game.
that's kind of how I thought the games would... That was how I thought game 1 would go. But
what
look
about
at
Origin Pulse Ice Beam?
Yeah.
So they ran Water Spout, but they didn't have any speed on. They were min speed, so I don't think the Water Spout was a great bring here. I think even a Calm Mind could have been better.
Yeah.
So we see Trick Room.
So we do.
Heart Swap. Okay, we did see all these moves.
Yeah, we do see that.
It was max attack.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just didn't do anything.
We do see it was Trick Room, Sash.
I mean, we don't care about the Gallade. They didn't bring it. They could have. It wasn't even Sharpness, by the way. Even though I'm pretty sure Triple Axle and Poison Jab are both boosted by Sharpness. Steadfast is, if you get faked out, you get +1 speed. Yes. I don't know that was... Sorry, if you flinch, you get +1 speed. I don't know that was important here. Also, they aren't 0 speed IVs.
Well, it's definitely bad if they're running Trick Room.
Glastrier.
Yeah, then there's Assault. Yeah.
Steadfast might make you immune to Intimidate. That would presumably be why. The Glastrier was Assault Vest. That would make sense. It did leave a Hydro, despite it being super effective.
Yeah.
It had CC. It could have CC'd. Even if you worried about missing Crash, you could have CC'd the you could have CC'd the Kang there, and that would have won.
Then we got Scarf.
And yeah, it is Scarf. I don't think that Scarf seemed like it was good. We have a Raichu. Raichu never hit the field.
Yeah.
Seeing Earth Power damage game 2. Yeah, the
I think
Kang. I think we'll look at this Kang and see it's quite bulky. Yeah, max HP, max speed F. That's not an ordinary outcome. Yeah, but Heaven, I was never arguing that I was never arguing that Lando should have attacked Kang. At every point, I argued that that Glastrier should have attacked Kang. Also, didn't the Glastrier Icicle Crash into the protecting Ray? The Ray's at 1. You could have clicked CC into that as well. Oh, sorry, let me look at the moves. Or Smart Strike! You could have clicked Smart Strike.
Smart Strike. Why is it Smart? Doesn't it get Iron Head?
I don't think so.
But Smart Strike is a better option.
Anyways, so 11 speed. This is interesting combined with 76 speed investment.
What is that for? Is that to... Oh, that might be to underspeed something at -1 in Trick Room, actually.
Okay, but you could have gotten that speed by investing less in speed and then had more HP investment. It really makes sense to have the IVs and the speed investment.
Yeah.
So, yes. Xerneas, we saw the moves on Xerneas.
Very odd.
This is just the normal Xerneas set. It was good, but I think if it was played more offensively, it could have played out a little bit better. Then we have the Jirachi.
It's very, very bulky.
It was mono Flash Cannon. So Trick Room, Imprison only covered Trick Room. Follow Me, we saw Follow Me. So it wasn't Thunder, it wasn't Icy Wind, it wasn't Protect, it wasn't anything that was like particularly useful.
Well, it also like imprisoning Follow Me could also have helped, like if they were doing Follow Me Raichu as well, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, in the turn where they clicked the Imprison, it wasn't that good. Heaven thinks that the 11 speed is just look good in the pace, and we were making fun of it for that. I think that it's pretty clear that 252 like HP Spit F. We didn't really talk about this in this matchup, but 252 HP Spit F is definitely like the optimal investment for this matchup.
Yeah, but yeah, if you think Basculesion's bad, especially like and Trick Room's a bit difficult. It does remove Flash Cannon from Megina. That is true as well. And it does mean that it can technically hit anything. It does, you know, like if it was like Thunder.
No, I recognize it removes Flash Cannon from Megina. But you've got Fairy Aura on Xerneas, and Terra Water, and they committed the Terra Water. All Imprison did was prevent the Megina clicking Trick Room, which I don't think was game losing on that first turn. But also, like, it's not like it had a better move to click. It would have clicked Flash Cannon.
Yeah.
I think that Thunder imprisoning Kyogre was maybe more interesting, though. I think the Kyogre was Ice Beam last.
Didn't have Thunder. Yeah, so it didn't really matter anyway.
Yeah, but the Imprison, like, all it did was cover Trick Room, and then they would have to play around that Trick Room block anyways, I think. Kang, yeah, Kang was good. It was just Monoseismic Toss, which was, I also think we didn't talk on. They had the Basculegion, which wasn't very good, and that was their only mon that,
yeah, it wasn't affected by Seismic Toss.
Yeah, affected by Seismic Toss. I think that the Terra on the Glastrier wound up being really punished. It wasn't often threatened with super effective move. We see the mods that didn't do anything, and we see the Greninja, it was Scarf. The Greninja was Scarf, that's funny.
Yeah,
Switcheroo's good move to punish Trick Room. Very well played from Sly. I think there were a few optimization decisions in game one. Someone who I think has deigned not to enter YouTube chat, but has messaged me in DMs, has said that you have a very nice accent, which is very funny, given that you and I have the same accent.
I'll have you know that we have accents.
Yeah.
We have, I have more far northern Bogan, and you've got more northern Bogan. You know, that's the that's the difference.
Sure. So going to our next game.
Yeah.
Who is it? We have Midbus versus Heaven. I could clearly mess it up because I thought you guys were looking at the other screen. You are. Just not yet. The video is behind. Okay. Yep. Oh, like my preview? I think my preview timing is just wrong. Okay, the important thing is that the screen is showing. Yep. So both of these teams have had really interesting seasons. Lugia has basically not come. That's what's not happy yet. Lugia, I think, came to like 2 sets and did not hit the field every game in those sets. That's a Dugong. Absolutely broken. Jumpluff. Very strong sort of utility option with Koraidon. Midbus picked Heaven, who is a very strong player, who has a team that looks much better after transactions. And was like, I should beat you. I think I will beat you. So hopefully Midbus does. Otherwise that would be a bit of a shame, I think. But also Heaven's watching, so we have Team Heaven.
We can pretty clearly see like what Midbus's team is based around getting, like it's got the sun, it's got some Protomons, it's got Pokemon that are good in the sun. It seems pretty fun in general. I know I know they've been playing pretty well. I think every Pokemon has come to a couple of games except for Amaldo, from my recollection, watching their stuff. I have
no idea about Amaldo.
And
I did think that Amaldo could have been Charmeleon, and it would have been a better team.
You do, like, you've got a weird love for Charmeleon.
Charmeleon, Oko's, Esonatus.
The amount of calcs about Charmeleon that I was sent during the drafting phase.
I would just point out, I've not stopped sending those calcs to people. I've not stopped, and I will not stop. But also, that's just pro Charizard propaganda disguised as Charmeleon propaganda.
Okay.
Charizard's on the thumbnail for this stream. Mostly because I searched for the Ash and Leon fight, and I thought that shot was funny, and I wanted to put the live OGN reaction there. So Edonatus. But Edonatus is O-code by Overheat from Specs Terrifier Charmeleon. Unless they invest for it, which they can't, but it's not easy.
I love the agenda pushing.
And you know what the best thing is that Charizard can O-code Palkia. It's just very hard.
That's pretty cool. Eternatus is a great Pokemon. I like the double
also,
dragon.
we were saying Pokemon came a bunch. Gengar has barely not done much this season, which is why they've been winning.
Yeah.
And the person who drafted Mega Gengar last season, who I will not name, may have had a bit of a rockier season with it.
Yeah, it's
actually, I think they did pretty well
needs a
last
bit of a
season
specific. I think Mega Gengar. I don't know. Might need a specific team. Who knows?
Yeah. So I think if we look at this, this is such a weird matchup to try and prep for. I did watch Theo, the thing. But yeah, no,
It's a bit of an odd one.
Kind of just horrible to play against.
Yeah. I think you talked about that Kangaskhan, where it's like that's horrible to sort of that's a horrible Pokemon to prep against. So there's Genesect. There's just like a couple of the really high point
not
ones.
Just that,
like
Farigiraf is a Pokemon that I used to absolutely despise playing against. Before I played in like a Natdex league where there was like the higher power level, I just hated Farigiraf so much. It's so annoying to kill the first time. It's often like it's got I can't remember what the ability is called. Like Mind Jail? No, that's the custom Mega Farigiraf. Armatail. Yep. Mind Jail's from the custom Mega Draft League. That's the Mega Farigiraf ability.
Okay.
Yeah, so Armatail is just dumb. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
It's just made me stop using priority moves, except for when I do.
Yeah, they've got yeah. I think Heaven's got a pretty well constructed team at the moment. Like, priority tail.
It really helps that it doesn't have
really strong hitters, anti priority, but also
I think the main problem with this team pre-transactions was that it didn't have enough damage to take advantage of the support. It only had like a couple of the mons in the more awkward space, like Genesect. And then it's got more of the hitters, and I think the hitters are helpful.
For sure. I think I'm gonna lean slightly towards.
Oh, sorry. Apparently, Cheesley is also in our chat and does say that we both have nice accents. Which again, it is the same accent. Nice. But
we're the same person. One of us just has. We've got schizophrenia. We're just talking to ourselves at the moment.
Yeah, I mean that's just my videos in general.
Yeah.
So yes, and I think the main Pokemon that will struggle in this matchup, and Heaven may not bring, is Registeel.
Yeah, I don't think this.
But if Heaven doesn't bring Registeel, Heaven is a coward. Heaven does not deserve to win if Heaven doesn't bring Registeel.
Can we want to think of more insults of Heaven while they're here?
Heaven.
You
know what, Heaven? I'm just going to say it. I think if you don't bring Registeel, we may view that you have just lied about not being Parisian and think that you were actually Parisian the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
all right.
Harsh words.
Let's get to the team preview. So this one, the first replay is for the HTML thing that I've downloaded, so it doesn't look as nice, as opposed to the other games. So like the game 2 has like a normal layout, but the first one, I had to download this file. My computer thought it was a virus.
Well, we'll start with Midbus. We see the Dugong, we see Jumpluff, we see two Photosynthesis Mons, Heatran, and Corrado. That's kind of.
We just sort of see the normal thing. It sort of is hard for them to break Eternatus without that sort of build, right? Without the 3 at the end.
Yeah.
And then they also have Parasong. They don't have Gengar Parasong though. They've just got Dugong Parasong, which isn't less funny.
No, I mean I think Dugong's more just like fake out and be bulky.
They did just draft like a whole, like every single Parasong user that WolfeyVGC has ever used.
They did, didn't they? That's funny.
Not Flutter, but yeah, the rest of them.
Then we've got Eternatus, Gen 4 Palkia, Talonflame,
Farrig, and
these are pretty...
and Weavile.
Yeah, pretty standard stuff.
Only sort of interesting Terra Screamtail is Terra Poison. And Dugong's Terra Ground? I think the rest of these Terras are pretty normal.
Terra
like they've got Terra normal. Yeah, I mean Terra Stella Weavile's normal. It's just Genpao.
That's true.
And then you've got Terra normal on Genesect, which tells me it leans physical but it may not, right? Because Genesect has extreme speed on the physical side, which is really good.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at this, you've got a lot of Pokemon with natural good special defense. Actually, I don't really know. I'm lying. I don't know the defenses of these Pokemon.
I know. Actually, Heatran's about the same. I think Dugong's got more.
I think Screamtail is pretty close as well.
Screamtail's the same on both.
Yeah, and then like Farad something. No, Farad's the wrong team. I think the Pokemon may just be the same on both, in general. But you can run Techno Blast, which is 120 base power normal type move, and with Terra Normal it becomes stab.
Boom Blast at home.
No, Boom Blast is a spread move. That's why it's good.
Aldi Boom Blast. Yeah.
So let's go. Who do you think the leads are? I feel like Rhydon probably leads, but it could lead us to Dugong or Jumpluff or Screamtail or Sandy Shocks.
I feel like it's
you either lead. I think you lead one of Talon, Farag, or Weavile.
I think
if Genesect leads, I'm probably thinking it's Scar, or it could be Bandit.
I think it's
speed, right?
I like Talon plus one of the dragons here.
Yeah, Screamtail has more special defense. Registeel did not come because Heaven is secretly Parisian and has been lying to us about actually not being from Paris.
Terrifying.
All right, let's go to team preview. We do see Talonflame.
Oh, and Weavile.
And we see the Rhydon Screamtail. It's actually a Weavile.
Yeah, that is interesting. So that means one of the big three hitters in like the two restricteds and Genesect isn't coming game one. I really did expect it to be like the three strong guys and the support piece. Yeah.
Oh, as in you think... Sorry, is Genesect the third restricted?
Yeah,
okay.
I said the three strong guys.
Right.
Genesect is the third strong guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could leave a turn or Palkia or Genesect. All of them are fine. Like, Weavile is pretty strong and is good here. So do we see the speed boost, photosynthesis? We do.
We do.
I mean, if you Tailwind here... what was the Terra? The Rhydon's Terra Fire, which does let it resist Triple Axle. But honestly, I feel like I try and put the Triple Axle into Screamtail, especially if I'm Life Orb. If I'm Life Orb, I try and put the Triple Axle into Screamtail, and if Screamtail goes down before getting a move off, like paired with the
I would be surprised if Screamtail lives,
It's got Terra Stellar.
That's true.
Okay, so we do see Protect. We see a Fake Out into the Karite. That's just... okay, I don't like that play.
And then a Play Rough,
Sash,
which
not Life Orb.
defends the Sash.
And it stole the Covert Cloak.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean... I just don't think the Fake Out felt like a particularly enticing play to me. Okay, Triple Axle there just doesn't seem great. Obviously, it's particularly bad because the Heatran came in. But the Koraidon's Terra Fire, right? I feel like the Koraidon's always playing something to play around. At the very least, a Wisp from Talonflame, if not also the Triple Axle. So I feel like the damage should have been going into Screamtail. I also hate the Protect, because you just used one of your turns of Tailwind to do nothing.
Yeah, so, at this position, so we've only seen Play Rough from Pocket Watch, and then we've seen...
It must be the bullies.
Stun. Nothing.
It lost Cloak.
I would be surprised... Yeah, they've lost... What did it steal the... Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, so...
Heaven said I missed the third hit anyway. Right, but that just meant that you were less likely to get Flame Body from the Heatran.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Flash Fire, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't...
In this matchup.
I mean, I think there's plenty of reason for it to be either in this matchup. But yeah,
so like... Palkia is in, which does represent a bit of a threat here, but...
I think the pushing damage into the... I just don't think the Koraidon was the important Pokemon to push damage into when you're already at 1%. I'm just more worried about the Screamtail. So that I probably would have prioritized that differently. We see Terra Ghost here, which is covering for water or water, fire, ground move, whatever.
We see Power Gem come out. That honestly, that is
probably Cloak on Talonflame, right? What's right?
No, that's probably an attack invested Screamtail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that when it said Photosynthesis Speed instead of Photosynthesis Defense or Special Defense.
Oh, you bring Photosynthesis Speed Screamtail all the time. Like, that's...
Yeah, I also just bring it offensive all the time.
Even if it's a bunch of support moves, like...
I don't think it's probably super invested, but it's invested, I imagine, for this specific thing of being able to take care of Palkia.
Yeah, 100%.
So, we come... They have their last turn of Tailwind, but I don't think it's likely to be capitalized on particularly well. Even if they double the Heatran, it's like, oh no, not... like 2 damage. Oh no, not Heatran.
Done, which which is.
But now okay. This is unfortunate because they have that turn of sun, so they'd have to pivot around.
So they actually can double protect or predict mid bus switching to take advantage of.
But if you have any way of like sub or like switching, then that sort of leaves you in this dominant position, or you can just always overpower your turn or the power.
Yeah, there is the switch to reset the sun, and there's Electro Web.
I don't like E-Web. I don't really like E-Web.
No, okay. I do like the attack from like I do like the 2 attacks from.
I think they should have doubled the slot. I don't really care which slot they doubled, but I feel like they should have doubled the slot.
Possibly, yeah.
At this point, you don't know what item the Koraidon is, so my base assumption is that it's Assault Vest. I am lying. Why did I say it's Assault Vest? Just protect. I think what I mean is I wouldn't necessarily be confident the turn Okos, because it can be Haban. Because otherwise I just would have terrored the Koraidon earlier. But we'll see. So we see the Photosynthesis come back up. It doesn't really matter because they're already fast.
Protect,
Thunderbolt knocks out the Palkia.
Yeah.
Just because you're not that worried about what the Etern is doing here. Because you still have the Screen Tail back.
Yeah, the Thunderbolt Breaking Swipe gets rid of the Arceus.
I haven't said I want to keep moveset, and I'm not sure what I said that relates to that. Or that you said. I just said that you should have put both the attacks into Sandy Shocks. You can still Dynamax out of the Sandy Shocks. But yes, I did think it's probably a reasonable assessment that you'd lose. I just feel like the Screen Tail is quite good. Offensive Screen Tail is very good. People underrated.
Yeah,
so how do you adapt into? I mean, the first most obvious answer is bring Genesect.
Yeah, I think you try to do like you bring Genesect.
Do you ever just not bring Etron?
Palkia Eternatus.
I guess you don't need Jump Off or Dugo. You could bring Dugo.
And then, yeah, I guess it depends on what that Talonflame has, because if it doesn't have like Will-O-Wisp or like if it's as passive as it looks, it might just be worth bringing Weavile or Old Mate Frigoroth instead. But I would probably lean towards bringing the 2 restricted Genesect and then another guy, whatever I think can support them the best. That's where I lead to, and I reckon I'd just bring the same 4 if I'm mid-bus, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, they're your offensive core, right? Make them answer the offensive core. I kind of wish that Koraidon led here. But yeah, Genesect, like I said. I really wish Koraidon led here because the extra the sun boost on Heatran would be really nice.
I mean, they can still switch in.
Yeah, but then you're taking the hit with the Koraidon.
That's true.
Alright, so Terra Normal. I don't really think. Okay, it goes for Scarf Ironhead.
Burning Jealousy.
Okay, Burning Jealousy is a really good punish to download.
Yeah, that is actually really good team building.
Unfortunately, it didn't Terra the Heatran here for some reason. So it just took High Horsepower. That's pretty like. I feel like I've seen Faradra off High Horsepower Heatran a few different times, so I'm not surprised that came out here. I think maybe that's singles infecting me. But I probably would have thought about the Terra here on Heatran.
Yeah.
But ultimately it's fine. I mean, it seems to me like the prep advantage is favoring Heaven right now. Even with the Burning Jealousy. I would just have rather have clicked a stronger move, even with the burn on Genesect, because if Genesect was special, I wouldn't have thought it was that valuable.
Yeah. So there's the Thunderbolt there hitting that, so Genesect comes back in. Oh, there's a Mirror Herb.
So,
interesting.
What are the items from? Oh, how? That's a really fun move.
Wait, what?
What are the items from?
What do you mean the items from?
Midbus's nicknames.
Pocket Watch, Flame Shield. I am not sure.
Alright, if anyone in the chat
is it items from Pokemon Pocket?
Are those items in Pokemon Pocket?
No, there's like a Flame something that's come out recently.
Alright, Flame Shield item. It says WoW, but that's clearly not what it says. Flame Shield.
Oh, WoW Sight and Sound. So Midbus is actually doing a really good job here of stalling out these Trick Room turns. Like since Trick Room's come up, there hasn't been any progress made. So that's been
Kevin said
cool
that Fire Flower is from Mario Bros. He says Flame Shield. Was it Fire Flower? Okay, Fire Flower.
Oh, Fire Flower.
Screw Attack. Oh, I know what they are. They're smash items.
Oh, there you go. Oh, right? That makes sense. Yep. Yeah.
Pocket Watch is the thing that slows time for your opponent. Screw Attack is the one that you pick up. I think it's from Earthbound? Metroid. I don't know why I said Earthbound. No, the other badge is from Metroid. Is from Earthbound. But yeah, Screw Attack from
the Thunder badge. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I've really liked seeing Midboss just stall at this Trick Room, really waste time. I think that's been pretty good to watch.
So, do we not think we no longer think the Genesect is Scarf, which makes me just think that the Genesect may not be great. Yeah, I mean the Heatran goes down, but that's fine. We still have Terror, right? Which we can use presumably on Koraidon. Yeah.
So I reckon it's just gonna get an extreme speed here, just to protect.
Okay.
Oh. Ironhead.
You can use the Terror on the. So I think if I'm protecting there, I was probably going to go for the Terror on Screamtail here, but now you're getting extreme speeded, which means you now have to consider switching in Sanders Shocks here, which I probably do. And then I feel like I need to Terror. No, we are.
I guess that must not. It might just
not clicking extreme speed on the opposing team.
Speed. Oh, that.
Oh, by the way, it's sorry. I didn't comment on this. Because of the attack boost from Howl, they get the Prosynthesis attack boost, which is sometimes convenient and sometimes less convenient. Dynamax Cannon, but do we see a move come out into the power here? We see a Breaking Swipe come out. That is not going to be enough for the guy.
Well, you can see that the play rough miss on the Palkia was absolutely huge.
They still have the Farragraph in the back though. I think given that we aren't seeing a good move from Koraidon, so far we've seen two very passive moves, Flame Charge and Breaking Swipe. Both fine.
Yeah.
But like, bop. You shouldn't be taking that much damage from a Life Orb Dynamax Cannon if you're also having no damage on your moves, is my thought.
Yeah, that's very Flame. I will say, Protect, Flame Charge, Breaking Swipe. That is a lot of low base power moves in a row.
Yeah, to be taking a lot of damage.
A Life Orb set. Which is interesting. I wonder what the last move is.
You'd think if it was... It's got to be a fighting move, right? No, it's Citrus. No, the Eternal Analysis Life Orb.
Yeah. It is.
I feel like you got to be Spit F.
Got my wires crossed.
Okay, so we come here. Man, I actually feel like Heaven is advantaged this time.
I reckon
the second Heaven sort of committed to not clicking Fake Out into Protect turn 1, which, for the record, I think would have been bad even if the Fake Out had stopped the Koraidon from moving and done a bit of chip. I don't think that Fake Out would have been valuable.
So I'll say,
when they are doing that, they're in a better position.
I do think, just because you've seen a lot of the items on Heaven's team, I believe. So I do think, at this point, you could probably pretty safely bring, Jump Off to just be really annoying Sleep Powder some guys, which might give the advantage back to Midboss. I do like that as a Game 3 adaptation.
I don't hate Dugong either.
Yeah, I do think Midboss has some plays that they can make with their... I
just feel like, the Terror, if they'd use the Terror on Screamtail or on Heatran on either of those important turns, then I think that their game position was much stronger. But they wound up taking really big hits, despite getting even the burn into the Genesect, because they didn't use that Terror effectively.
I mean,
the Terror Fire Flame Charge boost is so small. From 40 to 60, it's like a Choice Band boost, but it's a Choice Band boost on a 40 base power move.
It's actually 50 to 60.
It's 50.
Yeah.
What's the one that's 40 to 60? There's some other move that gets...
Real low base power Grass Knot?
See, that's actually not true. I did think that was true, and I clicked it into a 20 base power mon, and it did nothing.
The meta-defining move, Pound, if you Terra Normal and you use Pound, then,
yeah, that's probably it. You're probably right about that one. So how do you adapt here?
Yeah, I think, as I said, I'd probably bring Jump Off. I think you've seen that. I think you've seen enough items on guys to be able to pretty confidently sleep one of them every turn, at least. I think that's my main adaptation for Mid-Bus Heaven. I think it's the same for guys, because I don't see I don't see bringing Talonflame without it being a bit too, like, falling into the same issues as Game 1.
It's Acid Spray. Acid Spray's the move I was thinking of.
Oh, yep, gotcha.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, my move is swap out, like, maybe Screamtail or Heatran for one of Jump Off and Dugong.
Or just click the Terra on.
Bring the same for Heaven. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you could maybe switch for Rig for Talonflame. But I think that you need to bring, like you were saying, the Eternatus, the Palkia, and the Genesect. You could maybe even switch it for Weavile. You just need to click the damaging moves if you're going to bring in the offensive Pokemon.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Palkia and Eternatus lead. I do like this lead shift up. This is the other lead that I said that they should do. So
then there's... Okay,
I don't like that we didn't see a Terra come out. I don't think Midbus played this turn particularly well. So that's Scarf. No, it's not Scarf. It's just playing around Trick Room.
Yeah. Flash Cannon is a good call there. Like, the Terra Fairy was a good call.
Flash Cannon is also probably just their best move into the slot. Alright, you got Terra Ghost this turn, right?
Oh, Terra Poison there.
So then we see... Okay, the Sludge come in, and the Terra Poison's working. And we see the Psychic Fangs come out, and it does 45. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
We see the Switch, which is what we want to see. Unfortunately, we see the Switch probably on a high horsepower, which is still super effective into Sandy Shocks, but still good. We see the Mirror Herb, which... It's got to be for special defense, and yet they've clearly invested their Pokemon so that it only gives attack boosts.
It's for...
Sorry, for special attack. From downloads,
yeah.
what I meant.
So yeah, double protect. And there is the extreme speed. So I just assumed this didn't have extreme speed because it didn't click at the other
It didn't need to click at the time that it was in the position where it would consider it. That's really bad.
Is it banded or in a mindset? No, it's not banded. It can't be banded.
I think it can. I don't think it switch moves. But that crit definitely mattered, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I think that crit's
yeah.
possibly game ending. It feels pretty game ending.
Possibly. Well, in comes the Koraidon. So the Koraidon can flame charge here, and that will take the Genesect.
Yeah, and it'll do meaningful damage to Eternatus and Palkia.
Yeah.
So I think you can Terrafire it, right? So I think you always Terrafire and flame charge the Genesect.
You can't Terrafire.
Oh, because you already Terra'd.
Screamtail. I think you still just flame charge that, and you protect on Heatran, so it doesn't die to high horsepower.
It's faster.
Oh yeah, it is. So we're not in Trick Room anyway. Yeah.
I think you actually flame charge the Farigiraf and Burning Jealousy.
I'd be worried about it. I guess if Burning Jealousy is spread. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, if they're locked, then I think that. Okay, single target Burning Jealousy is probably also fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so.
Eternatus and Palkia, and you.
Just the Palkia. So they both have effect, which I think makes this pretty difficult. Yeah, sorry, I need to actually pull back the I did close the two other games. I wanted to just quickly check. Sorry. What moves we've seen on Palkia? Earth Power, Spatial Rent. Okay, so it does a Spatial Rent.
So we've seen Protect on both these guys. So what we can see here is that what I'm noticing is that I don't think Eternatus can hit the Heatran. So Palkia needs to.
Sorry, just
which is
Evan did comment that they focused on this.
I thought I didn't notice. I was double focusing on the screen. Oh, with the crit. With the crit. I think that's what they mean when the...
Oh, that was earlier this game. That's why I can't find the previous game.
Yeah.
So with the extreme speed crit.
Yeah.
But the other move they clicked was Psychic Fangs.
Oh, I reckon. No, Psychic Fangs plus extreme speed Maybe.
Genesect's very strong.
like it's stab versus something that's more. Anyway, I think.
Okay,
it's
so Flame Charge there
someday.
unfortunately does not pick up, which means that it was not the right move. I feel. Actually, that's not true. Oh no, yeah, because of the Earth Power. Flame Charge is just a fucking awful brain. But if you had post combat, you won. You know.
Yeah, I wonder what its last move was. And then there's Earth Power.
So Earth Power will pick up. Yeah.
Earth Power will pick up. Like there you go. That was a really close game. Yeah, I think. I don't.
Sorry,
know.
but even if the Extreme Speed Psychic Fangs, double up, Psychic Fangs moved after the Scream Tail. The problem wasn't Scream Tail failing that turn. The problem was that Scream Tail didn't get to attack that turn.
Yeah. Regardless, I think.
I just think Flame Charge was a terrible bring, and Breaking Swipe was a terrible bring, and the last move was a fighting move, which was also a bad bring, and the fact that their Koraidon was passive is the reason that they lost that set, because they got.
I think you can bring one of them.
So many opportunities to bring damage.
Fine. Like one of them is fine. I think
this is their build.
A bit of a mistake.
The Dugong had Drill Run. That's really funny.
Adamant Drill Run.
Light Screen, no attacks on Jump Off, not even Pollen Puff.
Interesting.
It was Assault Vest on Beatran, which probably explains why I left the Earth Power.
Yep, that's a lot of attack.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good investment.
Yeah.
Scream Tail wasn't going to kill anyone that turn, but the Pokemon lived on small numbers, and if they hadn't, then the positioning would have been different.
Oh, look, I think.
I think that if that turn goes without the crit, it's very possible that there's a KO into So sorry, it's off the screen. The last move is Collision Course, which is also pretty passive, and it had no. It's really fast, but it's got no attack investment, and it's only got HP. It just wasn't living enough hits. I just don't think that this. I think that what I have found. Yeah, Offensive Scream Tail it's just a good set. It used to effectively.
That Offensive Scream Tail.
I got the columns mode on. Is there a way for me to show the Koraidon on the screen? No, there isn't. It's unfortunate.
It's 252 Jolly 4 attack.
Yeah, it's 252 4 attack. It just was not a good spread. I think an actual spread on Koraidon maybe could have justified having Flame Charge, but it doesn't really do that much. I mean, it wasn't the game deciding thing. Your play was, and the bad investment, the bad moves on Koraidon. Not having any strong move on Koraidon was really bad. Was Flame Charge stronger than Collision Course there? Collision Course is 100.
Fun.
So Flame Charge was 75 base power. Collision Course was 150 divided by 2. So Collision Course was also 75 base power.
So it was just.
So why are you running Collision? Yeah.
I think it's for neutral hits, but yeah.
Yes. Cheesley has quoted me saying, "Why reduce your opponent's damage when you can get them to do 0 damage by KOing them before they move?" And that is definitely something that's just true. But also reducing your damage can be good as well. You just need to pick one of them and then do that one.
Yeah, I think just Breaking Swipe turned out to not be as good as Midbus thought it would be in the matchup. I mean,
it seems pretty clear to me that Heaven's play was able, once they got the information about the problems with Midbus's team, that they were able to capitalize on that very effectively. And that's something that we've been seeing throughout the season. Heaven has been taking tough matchups and exploiting the opponent's prep throughout the set, and that's how they've been able to be consistently pulling off games.
Mm-hmm. We can see the sharp beak. Wonder what's that? What's the sharp beak for? Sharp beak Brave Bird. I'm assuming
I just presume there's a specific
to a KO for something. I'm just gonna ask because
I mean Koraidon. I just presume it can cover Koraidon.
Yeah, that's true.
I would presume it gets jump off anyway, but Koraidon you can invest to have a good bit of physical bulk. The other Pokemon that they have, maybe Gengar. That's the only other one that looks like it would not live a Brave Bird, but then live a Brave Bird, but then not live one. Maybe Lipard as well. Lipard, you can prevent it from doing any prankster moves if you KO it before it attacks.
Yeah,
it is more damage. It's true.
More damage. You're right.
And it had helping hands. That's how you know they
would.
Go. Bulky jump off. Okay. I mean the jump off had some bulk.
That's what the Brave Bird was for.
Not that much.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, no, that'll.
What was? Sorry, was there a 135 speed mod on the other team? Mega Manetric. I don't think you should run speed type Mega Manetric, man. I think if Mega Manetric is coming, you can just feel happy and proud of yourself. How fast was the turn, by the way? 164. Yeah, if they had run a different benchmark or a good attack, I think Breaking Swipe is probably the one that I would keep. I would absolutely have dropped Collision Course for CC there. If you had CC, you were doing more damage than Flame Charge was at that position to the Palkia, and maybe that CC is enough to win.
That's, that's stuff that can be a bit hard to call in the prep. But yeah, look, I think it was a good, well played by Heaven, taking sort of figuring out the set, like rough game one, and then just sort of really stabilized and came up with a good basically came up with a good strategy. Like, for
sure. I mean, that was definitely a game that was won by Heaven.
And then identified their best four and then just nailed it.
All right, now we come to the final matchup of the evening.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Okay.
Our second Kyogre matchup, but this time we get to see Primal Kyogre. Now, I'd just like to remind anyone who's still here, if you could leave a like on the stream, that would be very helpful.
Like, comment, subscribe.
I don't think comments open up until streams have gone off. But yes, if you could leave a like on the stream, that'd be appreciated.
Make an effigy to us somewhere in your home.
I did not ask
send us the pictures.
I certainly didn't ask for that either.
Write to your local member of parliament about how good we were.
I just feel like Calyrex, if you can position, it's really good, and if you can't position, it's really bad.
Yeah, so...
If you were Pancake, what would you bring? Sorry, to be clear, this is Keith versus Pancake, so Keith is the Calyrex team there.
If I was Pancake and I was playing me, I would just forfeit on the spot.
Well, you were yourself playing Pancake, so would you forfeit against Pancake? I don't think you forfeited, so... but what would you bring if you were Pancake?
This is going to be a bit hard for me to preview, because without giving away my sets...
Yeah. So that's why we're just going to ask about
around Pancake. I would bring... I would probably try to rely on, like, Kyurem Black, Victini stuff. Like, I reckon you could probably... position those two so that the bolt strategy can do a bit of damage. Like, I'd sort of explore that stuff. Togekiss would come with like redirection and tailwind shenanigans. I reckon I would bring Kyogre just to catch it out. It wouldn't be like what I'd core build the team around, but it's something. I could see Mega Skeptile actually be kind of annoying into the dragons. It's got Shed Tail, but also it's just like faster than all of my dragons, and my steel type is Excadrill, which isn't good here, and I like Aromatisse, if it's coming, is just like has to set Trick Room.
My
so
thoughts against it
see it coming
is that it can't stop Aromatisse setting Trick Room because Dragon Tail's its anti-Trick Room tech. So it can stop Calyrex setting Trick Room, but it can't stop Aromatisse setting Trick Room.
Yeah, I think that is a negative thing for it, but then it can just Shed Tail if you're predicting it.
Have you bought Cyclosar once this season?
No. The negative about Shed Tail, though, is that Hyper Voice ignores it, so I could still, like, for example, it can still 2-KO something through with,
that's true.
like, a Hyper Voice,
and they don't really, like, Kilowattrel and Rhyperior are their two resists to flying. I think it's really difficult to bring Rhyperior in this matchup.
I think Kilowattrel, you'd come and you'd just go like, okay, you're going to bring a bunch of Intimidates, that sort of thing. I would be worried about Palafin. If that manages to switch out and the rain is up, it will be very strong.
Jet Punch is a good move, Wave Crash is a good move.
I reckon, like, you prepping against me, I would sort of be looking out for that. I'd be looking at mostly for the top three, a Trick Room mode. I could imagine Superior coming. Like, I think, like, Calyrex, Eternatus, Salamence, possibly Arcanine, Aromatisse, Palafin, Superior. Those are the ones that I'd really sort of have on my, like, watch out for these guys list. I'm not 100% sure how Pancake has been using the Sneasel all set, or like all season.
I mean, the obvious thing is you bring Sneasler, you click Dire Claw, and then your opponent loses. The main problem this team has is that Sneasler is reliant on Intimidate or its own close combat drops to prick White Herb to get its thing. It doesn't have terrain support, and that's really bad. Like, that is very very challenging to sort of deal with.
Yeah.
Compared to the free roll of having it on a team with terrain.
Yeah.
Kilowattrel is also sort of a deterrent for Intimidate because of competitive.
Yeah. But
so
yeah,
if they
I
have
built
like
the team around Kyurem.
If they have like a clear amulet on Kyurem, then it's difficult for it to like Intimidate is probably pretty low value depending on whether the Victini is physical or special. You presume special because it wants to run Glaciate, which is, for those of you who don't know, a signature move of Kyurem that
Victini
also gets. It also gets Fusion Bolt, Bolt Strike, Searing Shot. Sorry, what are the other two signatures? I guess Fusion Flare and Blue Flare. Just because we wanted to make sure it had options.
Yeah.
One of the cool things is, so Kyurem Black gets Fusion Bolt, right? So Fusion Bolt is a 70 base power or something.
It's 100, man. It's
100 base power? Okay. 100 base power electric type move. But it has the text. Its power is doubled if you've also used Fusion Flare that turn. So you can click Fusion Flare with Victini and then Fusion Bolt with Kyurem Black, and then you have a very strong electric type move. Now, electric is not a very good type in this matchup, but if we ignore that, it's very funny.
Well, you can do the opposite. You can have Victini use Fusion Flare after Fusion Bolt. The problem is one, that, but also it has to be the last move used. So if, for example, so if, which is something that I sort of realized, if Victini uses Fusion Flare and then like, you know, Arcanine,
Snarl,
just
whatever.
Clicks any move, then
so funny.
Kyurem,
I had no idea that was how that works.
Yeah, I think that's how that works based on the text. So, yeah, that's not amazing, but yeah, really just rely on Kyurem. The big worries are the top three and how you deal with it. The Trick Room mode is pretty annoying. I'd really consider Scizor as well.
Bomb on Calyrex to hit Kyogre.
Or just
like loaded dice.
Or just you keep clicking Glacial Lance until it dies.
No one would ever do that. Alright, let's check out the game.
Do. Yeah. I can.
This is also the other game that I've seen. Okay, what did you think that Pancake was going to lead here? Presuming that you're going to lead Salamence.
I saw that Love Disc, and I'm like, oh, that Love Disc is coming game one.
Love Disc is going to lead game one. We didn't talk about the Love Disc. It does also have Swift Swim. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Love Disc, who is a Pokemon that like has done stuff in VGC before, not a lot of stuff, but some stuff. Love Disc has like Endeavor. It's got very fast Icy Wind. It's got Charm, which I believe lowers attack by 2 stages. I've also seen it click Hydro Pump. It's a Pokemon that I have seen, has seen limited niche use in context of like Kyogre.
Yeah.
Because Endeavor is a pretty good move, it turns out.
So yeah, I expect like Kyogre, Love Disc, Rain Lead, or I could see like Kilowattrel plus Victini.
You don't think Kilowattrel with either QB or
I think QB is a bit of a essential. I could see Kilowattrel also, like just Kilowattrel in general. I just said Victini is a joke, but as just an example. I don't think you do lead QB though, because I think QB's also threatened by some stuff.
If it's Scarf, you lead it. If it's not Scarf, it's hard to lead.
I think if you got to position it well.
Yeah, Terra-wise, the Eternatus is Terra Poison.
Yeah.
Palfin's Terra Water. Do
you want me to explain Terra Poison?
No, I'm just sort of leaving this so that people can sort of make their own inferences, right? Obviously, the reason that I would think for Terra Poison is that means that your poison moves do more damage and you stop being weak to ice, which is pretty important into both these Pokemon. Obviously, there's one main problem that Terra Poison is less good into, is that it means that it doesn't help you against Victini if they're clicking Zen Headbutt or like Psychic or whatever. Which is, unfortunate, but still fine, right? That's one Pokemon, and it helps you into the stab of... It helps you into the coverage of Kyogre, it helps you into the stab of Kyurem, both of them, and it helps you into, other randomized, Glaciate from Victini, which is, I think, the move that you're a bit more worried about, though you are still worried about, like a Psychic.
So what
Wolfey insists that Love Disc is not worse than Wild Trio because it isn't. I have used Wild Trio, I have used Love Disc. Love Disc is significantly better. It has Swift Swim. It does stuff. It has moves. Wild Trio's best option is that it has Endeavor, but it doesn't have the utility before the Endeavor.
Yeah.
So Heaven says that they saw Waltru win sets against Chiyu.
Good.
Well, I guess we'll have to see Love-Disc win this game. Otherwise, Impidimp is the greatest Pokemon of all time and should replace Incineroar on the greatest Dark types list.
Yeah, you're right. So I will say, I was a bit surprised to see neither Sizzle nor Sneasler here.
So the benefit of Sizzle is that it's an ice resist, but it's really bad in everything else.
It's an ice resist, and like it can potentially maybe threaten with Bullet Punch, and then Sneasel. It does influence like one of the Pokemon that I bring, which is probably important. Like that's a lot.
Oh yeah, sorry. The Cure Black is Terra Electric, so my first thought there is it's going to be Scarf Fusion Bolt, so you can click Fusion Flare.
yeah, that's.
Apparently, Love-Disc is straight up worse than any Prankster Tailwind, which, if we're comparing... Or do you mean Kilowattrel? Yep. That might have been Kilowattrel, sorry, there's contexts. But, like, if you're comparing either of those really cheap Pokemon, like, Whimsicott, I think that's a sign that they're probably okay. But yes, so, I do think we probably see the Love-Disc lead. I feel like that's just sort of the person Xavier is, you know. The other go.
I just expect. Yeah, there we go. We got the Love-Disc lead.
So we see Palafin.
Explanation.
We expect Palafin to.
Lead.
Palafin wants to get Palafin up, right? And then Aedonatus wants to threaten Koga.
Yeah,
and Dogius.
Yeah, basically. I just liked Palafin lead with like a strong guy, and I
forgot that they were the Slay the Spire nicknames.
Oh, there we go.
No one knows what your nicknames are. They never understood the video we made. They're like, I didn't realize that you guys were also Spider-Man characters.
Yeah, my favorite Spider-Man character, Domaniac.
Yep, the Super Shredder.
Oh, my boys. Domaniac loves you.
It says entrainment doesn't work primal, which I don't think is true.
So skill swap works with primal. So
does entrainment not? I know skill swap does. That's fine.
Yeah,
you can entrainment Swiss. So if entrainment doesn't work, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so I mean, I would just sort of expect Palafin to either flip turn out or switch out, and you to probably attack with Aedonatus. But the unfortunate thing is that they probably Icy Wind and Ice Beam the Aedonatus here. Nope, they go for Protect. That's an immediate way that I know that you want. Alright, you flip turn into the funny guy. You do. Alright, that's cheap.
I do have flip turn. That's a lot of damage.
They've set up this Endeavor here into the Calyrex.
Okay. Before this turn goes, I'm going to say this right now. So, I don't know if I did watch... I'd already built, and I did watch the Doctor and the Not Doctor.
Oh, sorry.
The Doctor
Weasley clarified. Hearts. You shouldn't entrainment Primal Koga because it turns off Heavy Rain.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, okay, yes, that is true.
I watched them talk about Trick Room, and I'd already built, and that was really funny, because we're about to see what this Calyrex Ice does.
Probably clicks Glacial Lance, right? So Endeavor's really, like, strong and stuff, because that Pokemon's no attack. Oh, look, this, they must have been, like, trying to deal with Trick Room on the Kyogre, because it was slower than the Calyrex.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's got to be what it is. So then they go for Water Spout, and because of that chip, then the Calyrex is able to live. And then because they endeavored it, the Aedonatus fades.
Yeah. Very big turn. And in comes a Domaniac. So
sorry,
the important thing you need to understand...
I didn't clock this until now. Oh yeah, because of the -1 from the thing.
The important thing you also need to understand is that Kyogre is not a water resist at this moment.
No, it's not. If I am like Xavier at the spot, I could just go for like Origin Pulse and whatever attack you have to hit Calyrex here. Like I would just double the Calyrex and then hope that whatever you have in the back can win. I would be worried both my mons go down this turn, but I feel like you always lose if you protect wrong. Weasley has said Scarf Calyrex, and that is true. Heaven has said that Love-Disc is not tanky. Love-Disc presumably has 0 IVs in HP and defense and special defense because its goal is to be Sash Endeavor, so you want it to go to 1 HP.
Yeah. Like, you want it to take all the damage in the world.
I haven't looked at the pace, so I can't confirm that, but if I'm running like a Sash Endeavor mon, I will either run Bulk because it can live something, or if it's not like Love-Disc, then I will intentionally run 0-0-0. like EVs,
And, like,
IVs, so
to
that
be fair,
it can get a stronger Endeavor off.
yeah. Also, to be fair,
And then I
it is
invested
a
in
water
attack for
move.
Endeavor.
It is a life orb water move in heavy rain. Like, that is going to hurt, even if it's low base power on a weak Pokemon. Like, it's gonna hurt.
I think they actually meant the Calraise. It's a resistant spread move. But yes. Here we go. So we see Protect, which I think just means you lose the game, right?
Well, it depends if I
only one of your Pokemon could go down this turn, so like you have to call the turn correct. But also, didn't you protect the... No, you protected turn 1. I think you had to attack with both these slots. Good news is that you deny the Glacial Lance move. It's Terra Steel. What did they do with the Terra Steel? They Bright Powder Dodge.
Yeah, I did type in the chat after that. Dude, are you... Dude, like, come on. That's just...
It could be Lax Incense, you don't know. This is Napdex.
I'm right. You're right, I apologize. Yeah.
I mean, I just don't think that's going to
Terra Wave Crash is pretty broken.
Yeah, it's kind of good.
And I still had a guy in
Tailwind
the
was
back.
a ridiculously not useful move. The idea is that you need to dodge every move and then like air/flinch stuff.
I think that was honestly their rat. Like
I don't think they need a Tailwind for that. Just dodge anyway.
I think
so. We see this air/karma and it does nothing. So I actually think that you misplayed here. I did watch this game. I was watching this game live. I always Jet Punch there. Because I'm pretty sure 2 Jet Punches will at the very least close to pick up, if not pick up. So then 2 Jet Punches plus a Glacial Lance hit, or plus from whatever mon is in the back, will pick up. And I am worried about getting air slashed or about them having like a more offensive investment and then getting the KO there. So yeah, we see 55. Like it's doing fine. And then Jet Punch here also would have picked up, but then you can go for it. I guess you haven't revealed it. You may not have it. And then we don't know which Pokemon on the back won, but Ether only revealed 3. So
I can spoil it right now if you want.
No, we will never know. I would presume Salamence though, because it's the one that's good.
That's a good presumption.
It could have been Dimpy Imp, but you know.
Yeah, just last mon Imp. Let's go.
I mean, it's known for being the most broken Pokemon in the history of competitive Pokemon. But I think that was mostly in jest.
I mean, you know, you can't. Have you ever beaten an Impy Dimp in a fight in like a one-on-one, bare knuckle? You know, no outsiders, locked in a room, locked in the cage. You know, you have.
I actually just don't feel like Impidimp has the dimples to justify being named after having dimples.
Well, it's kind of almost got opposite dimples because its eyes are sunken into its face.
Yeah. I guess they're sort of impish, but he's named after Impy, like the like Zulu method of like organizing of military organization. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you adapt? I would never bring Disc again.
I can put it in my mind. So I reckon after that. My thoughts are that
the same
like I assumed that Heaven would change lead drastically.
Whether
that's
Pancake?
like a Toga. So
You've called like 4 different coaches Heaven.
I'm so bad at this. Pancake. Here's why. Because at the end of the day, look, everyone's heavenly. What can I say? But at the end of the day, that Kyogre thing actually kind of blew up in their face. So I reckon it will be the middle 4, and it'll either be like Togekiss following me to a setup Kyurem, or it will be Kilowattrel Tailwind next to Kyurem or Victini. That was my thoughts. But I had the game up my sleeve as well, so I just thought, well, you'll see my leads. But yeah, that was my thoughts. It's going to be one of those 2.
I'm leading Kilowattrel next to one of the 3 bosses.
Yeah, it was either leading Kilowattrel next to one of the 3 or Togekiss next to one of the 3 to set up. And I was, in fact, Kilowattrel and the Gremlin leader.
Right. Apparently, Ariados is the new tech in some format that I am not sure. Mimikyu.
I mean,
is Mimikyu in the game? But
Mimikyu's always in the game. Mimikyu has always been in the Pokemon.
Tornadus and Urshifu Rapid, neither of which are legal in formats that don't have like restricteds right now, because they're doing like Reg H or right?
I thought they've moved on.
Something? I don't know what they're doing right now.
They're back in Reg F. I don't...
Really?
I don't actually know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I might still be doing Reg G. Regardless...
I don't know what Cine is.
Looking at this lead, it's like, okay...
Yeah, it just sort of seems like you're going to lose Victini, a turn this turn, but you're presumably going to get value out of a turn this turn.
Why? I'm faster.
It doesn't OHKO either of these Pokemon.
Doesn't it? Does it not OHKO these Pokemon?
No.
Well, okay. Yeah, we'll get value out of it though. I've got a bit of a plan going.
I only call it Char, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I would probably Terra Water Jet Punch the Kilowattrel and Protect. And then you can get the second Terra Water Jet Punch into it next turn.
Or what if they're like, I don't know, Sash Tailwind, so that is punished. So what's
well, I don't think it KOs anyway. The goal is to 2-hit KO.
Oh, let's see. What happens this turn? Terra Psychic.
Okay, so you crit, which is sort of like the cheat way of doing Terra. And we do see that you would have needed Terra to 2-hit KO.
Let's be honest, I basically Terra.
In fact, I think if we look at it, you aren't doing enough to get the KO next turn either without Terra.
I basically Terra'd.
They went for E-Web.
Electro Web into a Psychic.
Why are you slower than Kilowattrel? Are they Scarf?
Because it is Scarf.
Okay. I didn't let clock that in the previous game.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is Salamence is like one Glaciate Life Orb chip away from a double edge picking up Victini.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
You could also this turn, because you don't really care what the Kilowattrel does, you could Jet Punch and double edge the Victini.
I do actually care what the Kilowattrel does, because if it Electrowebs again, then Salamence is slower than
Victini. That's true. So do you go for Terra Water?
Actually, I believe I do. Yeah, because I had to Jet Punch it there, because if it didn't, then I just
then Glaciate picks up because you're at 15.
Yeah.
I mean, the switch was pretty effective, but it just seems to me like neither of their Pokemon, like they won't take a Hyper Voice Glacial Lance double up. It seems challenging for them to reposition in a way that they can. Like, they have to sack one of these mons, but like Victini only barely threatens Calyrex, and Kyurem is just bad into it. No Intimidate on Lance, Heaven says. Yeah, but the previous aforementioned reason of a potential Clear Amulet on Kyurem, but Sneasler relies on Intimidate to get its boost off, so a turn is guaranteed to be faster if you want Intimidate on turn 1.
Yeah, I'll explain it. So
and then they have competitive on Kilowattrel, which, like, the Kilowattrel could have been +2 right now, and that would not have been helpful.
Yeah, like, I did think it could be Clear Amulet on Kyurem, Kilowattrel competitive, and the way that Sneasler activates its thing here is White Herb, so it just not great here for that stuff. Like, realistically, then it would have just been for Victini,
which is special.
So like, it's I don't know if it actually is thingy, but like I reckon it was at least like a 30% chance for it to be clear.
Kilowattrel's Cup runneth over with incredible abilities. I think all 3 of its abilities are good. Of Wind Power, Volt Absorbing, competitive. So that doesn't really advance the game state any much. In fact, it winds up giving you an attack boost. Like, it doesn't matter though. No, sorry, I mean Pokekiss coming in gives you an attack boost. I mean, Kyurem Black staying in also would have given you the same. But like, why didn't they protect the Victini? That's what I'm asking.
I don't know if they had Protect on Victini.
They revealed it on turn 1.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. I looked at Psychic. Yeah. Great job. So they went for the Air Slash flinch, but if you had a Dragon move, you could just always put that at Kyurem, right?
I had, well, we'll see the paste, but I had clicked a dragon move into Kyurem with the intention of it killing Kyurem.
So then, if Kyurem dies, the Kilowattrel locked into Scarf Air Slash isn't going to do anything.
I mean, it could flinch like 18 times in a row.
Right, but you had 2 Pokemon.
Now that might be true.
So we see Scarf Lastria. This wound up being a pretty good bring. It was pretty good on season when you brought it as well, right?
Did I bring it on season? I don't remember.
Yeah, like week 2. I think.
Yeah, so I had Power Herb, Meteor Beam, so it would have actually killed either of them.
Cool.
But it never got to attack. Yeah, then you've got Salamence, so it was very offensive, no bulk at all. Arcanine was, I don't know.
So it had Draco. I guess that's 90%.
Yeah,
100.
like, that's true. Arcanine, I don't quite remember why its Teleport, Flare Blitz, Will-O-Wisp, Helping Hand. But,
I believe
Helping
we talked about it, and the Teleport was to facilitate extra Intimidate if the matchup wound up being that Intimidate was good, and it also lets you get in Palafit after it's boosted up freely.
Yeah, I think I was pretty set on bringing the 4 that I bought to both sets, honestly. But then there is Jetpack, and then there's Impidimp.
Yeah. You can't see the Impidimp. It's max attack, adamant, sucker punch, fake out, scary face, foul play. I think that set's pretty good. Scary face would have had a lot of utility, as we saw. Pancake did a lot to try and position around getting speed control, and having an option that had such consistent anti-speed control, especially being able to do that into the Scarf Kilowattrel, could have been useful into Game 3. And it also had Foul Play, which is pretty good into both Primal Kyogre, which gets a lot of attack when it primals and no defense, and into Kyurem Black.
Yeah. And
Sucker Punch was funny. And then we see here.
Oh, let's have a look at this.
Do you know why they have 1 defense? Because I found out it's so that it doesn't yell at you when you go to validate, saying you can be level 100 in Calc. I just never click the validate button, and then I will like challenge someone. It's like, oh, these 2 moves can't work, or like Raging Bolt has to have 25 special attack IVs specifically, or something.
This Pokemon has to be shiny to.
Okay, so this was, I mean, this never got to.
There's loaded dice
outside of protects. I just don't. Why was it max attack?
Dice.
It clearly needed bulk to do anything. Like it relied a lot on positioning and scale shot. It's like fun, but it's difficult when you're relying a lot on positioning.
I think.
What was the? Was it just Sludge Bomb? Okay, it was just Sludge Bomb. There was no Sludge Wave, Terra Poison. Yeah.
Then follow me slash. So okay, I did have Protect. There you go. But Blue
the big thing he had Protect.
That's the one that's like
120.
Yeah, that's the one that's 120. Yeah, that's the one that's
130.
130, yeah.
The 121, I think, is Searing Shot? Or that might be 110. I think Fire Blast is 110.
Scarf Kilowattrel. And with the 1 EV
Heal
in defense.
It did not have 0 its defenses, but it did have 0 HP IVs on the Love Disc. That means even if it's full, then it's doing more damage with Endeavor.
Honestly, Heal Pulse is a good idea. Like
it's fine.
I love Heal. I like Heal Pulse and
big, I think the set's fine. Guy. I think that you just had prep, which they struggle to deal with, and that makes sense. You picked the matchup, right?
Yeah. I did.
The thing is that 2 of our top seeds have yet to play their games, and then there's another game unplayed. There's also mine, which will be coming out in a video around when I started streaming tomorrow. So definitely check that out.
I do need this to be known. Like probably 80% of the reason I picked this matchup was because I saw that Terra Water Palafin Oko's Primal Kyogre.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, I'm doing it. I want that to happen. So yeah.
Alright, thank you guys all for watching. So tomorrow around when I started stream, so at 10 PM AEST, I will be releasing my video of my game, and then depending on how it's looking, I'll probably stream the remaining 3 games on the Tuesday. But we'll have to like announce playoffs matchups before that. I don't know what's happening in terms of that. The fact that 2 of the top seeds have been really delayed in getting their game done is a bit of a challenge. So there's Sukaba versus Red Jolteon. There's my game. There's Poppin versus Ray, and Weasley. Who's Weasley playing? Oh my gosh! Wait, or was Weasley playing Poppin? Am I going crazy?
Okay, hold up. Let me pull it up.
I can also pull it up. I had the playoff stat.
Pull it up. Oh, what's
Weasley's playing J-Star. J-Star, that's right.
J-Star.
Person who beat you. So I thank you guys all for watching. It's been a fun stream.